Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of the Total Clarity Podcast. I'm Mike Varlet.
And I'm Jessie Hyatt.
And we are here on Rikers Island, and we are visiting a very special charity today.
Yeah, we're actually visiting a cat colony that is here on Rikers Island, and we're gonna get to go see the cats. We're gonna get to see where all of the shelters for the cats are, how they're fed, who they're taken care of by, and we're about to go check it out.
Yeah, Rikers Island Cat Rescue with Gloria Murli. And yeah, we're gonna have a great time, and I hope you get to enjoy this. This is the first time we've been here. We didn't get to go during our walk, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's get in there.
So, that's Willie, or Willow.
Hi,
She lives
Willow.
outside, but she's friendly.
Yeah.
Once she sees you for a little while. Not immediately friendly, but you know, she'll be leery of you, but she doesn't scratch. But this is a feral friendly, and she'll see you when she feels like it. So we come in, we generally are here, someone's here every day.
Okay.
You have to. So what we do every day, they get fed. When we always give them, the interior cats always get, you know, wet food, and they always have dry and water, of course. Mm-hmm. But we do the litter boxes and, you know, sweep, clean. Saturday is our big day where we do major sanitizing. But like I said, we have 27. Out of the 27, maybe I'd say 20 or 22 are adoptable.
Oh,
the
wow.
rest have medical issues and maybe are like a little scared. But we've had very good luck. And what we found with some of the cats in here for adoption, as your sister has the two,
Yeah.
they're afraid at first, and it takes a little while. But when they're in a home setting, they tend to become adjusted.
Yeah.
So, and this is Terry with.
Hi, Terry.
Yeah, just keep an eye on her because, like I said, it'll be like instantaneous. But once they're in that home setting, it seems okay. But, and then again, you have a feral cat. When we trap and neuter, if we see that cat is totally feral, it'll go back out. But we don't, you know, we don't hoard. Mm-hmm. If the cat is in, we've even taken cats, or I take them home on occasion just to work with them a little more closely. Mm-hmm. And we see that they're not turned, we can't. And some cats just don't belong inside.
Sure.
You have to trap, neuter, and release, or trappers sometimes tendency to try to place every cat, and it's not the way you do it. Mm-hmm. It's just, I wasn't taught like that. Neighborhood Cats was instrumental in giving me background on this. Unfortunately, I don't work with them much anymore. I'd like to, but they're on their own thing. But you have to come to a realization that these cats sometimes just want to be out there.
Yeah. That's good to work with the cat and know what's best for each
you can't,
individual.
you know, it's like you can't just say, oh, you're going to be inside all the time. We have a coyote living on the other side of the bridge, Frankie. Oh. And we love Frankie, but it's a coyote. He lives there. He's in the woods. He comes down. He had a family of 5, and Port Authority came in, had the DEA kill. They trapped and euthanized or killed them all except for one. He didn't fall for it. So he has become and he's afraid of people, as coyotes are, and he comes down, but there's 2 cats over there. It doesn't bother them.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I would have thought that would be dangerous for the cats, but it's not.
No,
they get
because
along.
he eats, you know, they say
He
don't
does
feed the
feed other
coyote, but
stuff.
you can't, these offices, they feed him.
Yeah.
So he eats, he's afraid of the cats, in fact. It's awfully funny. So we could do room by room, if you like.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And I can't vouch for the cleanliness yet because we just got in here.
Honestly,
So
it smells
worries.
way better than I would expect. Like, it smells good. You do a good job keeping things clean.
We try so hard to do things like, you know, once a month we empty all the litter. We do the litter every day, but it's still cats.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? You're never going to, you know, and I know I get a big argument from the department saying, well, you know, we get a lot of complaints. I said, well, you know, if we didn't do what we did, I think your complaints would be much more extreme because if they're not fixed and neutered, they're spraying, they're causing a problem, they're starving. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, somebody has to do that.
Yeah,
right,
totally.
Terry?
Yeah.
Let's go into room 1.
All right, great.
I want to tell you, I'll remember all the names, but I won't. I'll only know some of them. So we keep everything locked up. Can you just pull that door
Yeah, of
shut
course.
just in case Thank you. Just in case.
Yeah.
So these guys, hi Ginger. The guys in
good.
here are all up for adoption.
Hi.
Aw.
Wow, you're so big.
Oh, that's Samson. That's
Hello.
Ginger. I'm just going to
Ginger.
shut this
Hi,
behind
Ginger.
you because give you a little more light.
Yeah, thank you.
So they're all.
Sopranos back there.
Oh. We've been watching The Sopranos
So
lately.
these are all
The,
cats that
the
were
longs.
trapped, neutered, spayed, and brought in because we felt that they had an opportunity to be placed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them have been in here, we've got them young as kittens, and they're, you know, it's hard, listen, it's hard to place a cat. You can only just, and I'm not going to say particular, but I don't want to give cats, to a person that's not sure, or it's just like I want a lap cat. I can't guarantee that.
Absolutely.
And especially with a kitten, the kitten's personality doesn't develop till a few months. So
Right.
basically we could tell, but you know, if the cat's going to be, I don't want to hoard them, but I want to make sure that they go in a direction where they're going to stay somewhere.
Yeah. So what's the process usually of connecting with people that might adopt the cats?
We basically, now we're on Pet Finders, or if someone express interest through another friend, they fill out an application, and we look at the application, we talk to them. We don't adopt out to anybody who does in-out. I don't believe in it. The cat stays
the, like,
inside.
indoor-outdoor
Yeah,
cat,
if they're in a
yeah.
house where they have property, I'm not big on that, and we try not to do that. And it's worked for us.
Yeah.
It's not something I believe in.
Right.
And you know, so that's the process. They fill it out. We look at it. We vet all the cats prior to them going anywhere, so we know what we're giving them. We don't, you know, we ask for a donation just to help buy food. Our donations strictly go to buy food, or if there's some medical treatment. We have not one now that has cancer.
Oh.
And he's a great cat, and Brooklyn's his name. And the cancer he has is not aggressive, it's treatable, but it's
Okay.
going to run into a lot of money.
Right.
So we're going to try to see what it's going to cost us, and we're going to go ahead with him because he's fairly, you know, he's only a few years old and he's got potential. So stuff like that, you know, we'll probably get a fund me thing, and we have to be careful because we have to always have you know, the department doesn't want to be held responsible for anything, so they always have to have a disclaimer on anything we do.
Right.
So, you know, that's an issue. They're always with the funds and all that, but we take complete charge of that. We're so honest. I mean, anything we get, we use positively.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we could collect for him and get his cancer treatments, we'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, but basically the Humane Society of New York on 59th Street, Manhattan, has been instrumental. They're the only group that has actually stayed with us for 20 some odd years.
Wow.
They'll take, and they're not like, it's not like the A that has a hospital. They will do, if something's really wrong, we'll bring it right in. If this cat's been hit, disposing of a body, or if a cat has to be euthanized, they've always been there.
Wow.
And
and
they-
that's just a partnership.
It's
you can
a
work
partnership,
with them
and the
handle
woman that
it.
runs it is Sandra DeFeo. She's amazing, and she helps people. I mean, I can't say enough about them. Of all the groups in Manhattan, like the ASPCA has tons of money,
Yeah.
but they don't seem to do what they used to do with the vans and the helping. Like, I can't go in there and say I have an emergency. You have to go to the hospital and then leave a credit card as a deposit. It's like, you know, most rescuers don't have the money to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a hard thing, I have to tell you. You know that, but I'll tell you, the Humane Society has been more than, it's like these cats would be suffering if it wasn't for them. So I always have to talk about them because she does amazing work, and not just with me. It's a clinic for New Yorkers.
Yeah, I
Or-
think
and
our
whoever.
cats, I had cats when I was in college, and I think we went to one of the vans that the ASPCA
Yeah.
puts together to
Yeah.
get them neutered.
Yeah, and it's a
and
shame because
spayed
they
when I
don't
was-
do it. But
yeah,
like,
but
the
it was
Humane-
back when
the
they
Humane now
still
has a
do it.
clinic for people like us, and like anybody, like you could just make an appointment. You might have to wait for an appointment, but it's a low-cost clinic.
Right.
But people who just don't, you know, can't afford it. And then this is so
Yeah.
huge that we get cats, and she filters cats in for us. It's like, you know, great. Because, you know, you can't adopt out a cat that isn't well. I won't do it, and you know, and your sister knows how I feel about that. You have to really present the cat as it is. I'm not going to
Right.
tell you that Samson is a lap cat. He's a great cat. He might be once he
Right.
gets there, but he's not now.
He's not right now.
Ginger is great,
Yeah.
but she's a little skittish.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
So we present them as is. They do the application, and then we just ask them questions. Hey,
Cute.
Ginge. Hi, Ginge. So one of our guys built catios for them. So in the summer they go
cute.
out there. They're loving it.
That's
Oh,
nice.
Samson's our. That's the mascot. He rules. Samson rules.
I love him.
Yeah, let's go over to the next room.
All right.
This is such a cool spot. It's like little cat adventure
Well,
time
you know,
for them.
we're lucky that they give us this, and we maintain it, and we do the best we can.
Yeah.
You know, it's not perfect, but it's okay.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky I have guys that are very talented here that were able to build some stuff for us.
Yeah. So who are the guys that are building stuff? How do
Different-
you meet these people?
They work. Most of them work on Rikers.
Okay.
Like Barry Hyman, he's an optometrist and he's a doctor, but he's very handy. And we have some carpenters and plumbers that help us along the way.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, they're all in their little beds.
this is our oldest girl. She's
Aw.
probably about 16, 17.
Oh, she looks good for
She
16,
looks good.
17.
She's been in years.
Yeah.
She's a resident also. These guys can be adopted.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Sweetie over here. She's beautiful. She's got long
yeah.
hair. She's adoptable too.
They all seem
all
very
friendly.
calm.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good. They just like, someone new. They don't know you.
Yeah.
All
Very
pettable.
sweet.
Stick nothing in their face.
Yeah, they won't run. I've got younger kittens in here that I'm still
I see
working
one
on them. Yeah,
hiding back
that
there.
one there is on the borderline. We don't know about her. She might be too aggressive. Not aggressive, but
She might be a feral.
she can't. We're trying with her. I'm going to see. And
Yeah.
we've got one in the cubby over there and one
Cute.
underneath.
Oh, I missed the one underneath.
Yeah, they're
Cute.
hiding. And we have, this is Blanket. He's going to run out as soon as I open the blanket. We call him the Blanket Cat.
Oh, I see.
So, hi, Mama. You want to come out? Come on, Blanky. There we go. Gone. Blanket is.
Try to find another blanket somewhere.
He likes other cats, not so much people.
Oh, I
But you
see
can
him.
pet him. But
Yeah.
he's a question mark. But he'd be good for someone that just wants to have a cat in
Just
the house.
running around doing its own
Running
thing.
around,
Yeah.
and even like he's a good mouser.
Yeah. That's good.
He's
You
back
know,
to the
people need
blanket.
that.
He's back,
He's
in
back
there.
in. He's back in
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah.
Isn't he, Pip?
Yeah.
So he probably should have been re-released, but we didn't do it because we felt, you know what? He's non-aggressive. He's eating. He's under the blanket. He's fine.
Yeah.
So he's good. He's good. The kittens won't. I don't think they'll come out. You
Yeah.
could probably. Let's see. Okay,
Oh,
mommy.
there he goes.
There she goes. There's a
Aw.
bigger girl. Hi, all right, I'm not going to pet you. Don't worry. Not going to pet you. And her brother is in the cubby. He's
Yeah.
not coming out right now.
Are some of them just affectionate right away, like, and others are like it never gets there, or is in general is there like a
Some of them are
period where-
affectionate within, I'd say, it depends on the cat. I've had ones in a couple of weeks, they'll come around, they'll rub,
Yeah.
and then you're able to pet them or pick them up.
Yeah.
I go really slowly with
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
with
yeah.
the picking up especially.
Sure.
If they start rubbing, but we're not here enough. Our
Yeah.
time is we're in here and we're getting it done.
Yeah.
We got to make sure this is every day has to be cleaned, changed. So unfortunately, when we come in here, we have a couple of people that are actual socializers,
Yeah.
and they come in and they sit with the cats, and they're good with it.
That's
But it's
nice.
not enough attention. It's not one-on-one. So that's why sometimes I try to bring them home, or I rely on like Kelly that does
Yeah, yeah.
socialization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they don't want to be bothered,
Uh-huh.
Doing it. It's work. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not easy to find somebody, but I am lucky because I have a couple of the different, that work in mental health services that come in.
And those are people that work in mental health
Yeah.
services on Rikers in the
On
in the
Rikers.
jail.
So
Okay.
they'll come in. In fact, Andrea, she's coming today, and she took home 2 of the kittens, and she ended up keeping them.
Wow.
She was socializing when And so she ended up keeping him, which she didn't
Nice.
have to, but she wanted to. But
Yeah.
she's been a blessing because she helps out with our social media and all, so she's pretty active
Oh, nice.
with our stuff, with whatever's put online, because I'm a technical moron. So I have to rely on other people to do it. So the girls are really good. They do
Yeah.
the Pet Finder, they do all sorts of, and Vanessa also.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's our younger person that does the Instagram, and they're all involved in it. So
Yeah.
that's about as best as it's going to get in here.
Yeah.
Right, Mama? Yes. As soon as I go to pet her,
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah.
there she goes.
There she goes.
So
But
get
non-aggressive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Just
she
skittish.
could like, this is a thought for me to take her home, her and her brother, for a
Yeah.
few weeks and see where there's a method that they have where they say with socialization that you can actually do 10, 15 minutes 2 or 3 times a day.
Okay.
Solid. And I have found that that does work with some of the cats where I've brought them because I don't have a hell of a lot of time, but these two have a possibility. That baby there, I don't know. That
Yeah.
one there.
Yeah, we'll see.
So this is room 2.
Okay.
Love it.
Great.
So we have, what do we have in here? 3, 4, 7 cats in here. And this is Charlie.
Oh, hey, Charlie.
Oh yeah, you just pull it. They won't get out of there. They don't want to come out. Those guys
Okay.
love it there.
Old man Charlie.
This is old man Charlie. He doesn't. We took him in because we realized he couldn't see that well.
Oh,
So the Humane Society. Hi, Charles. Hi,
He's
Charlesy.
got such a cute face.
Hey, Charlie, babe. Charlie came into us probably. It's going to be close to a year, and we brought him in. He can't see out of one eye, and the other eye is blurred. So he couldn't go back out. We brought him
Right.
and we saw he was in crises out there.
Yeah.
So he's good. We have him by himself just for his, not that he hates other cats, but he's an old man. And so,
Yeah.
if we get the right cat, we might put another one in there. But to the right person, he'd be a great cat. Maybe
Yeah.
to an older person,
Yeah.
that just wants company. Because
He
you
looks
see,
very cuddly.
Yeah,
and
very
Oh, no,
loves
he's a
this
little
cat
doll
right
boy.
now.
And
Yeah.
at first he just used to hiss at us.
Oh.
Hiss.
Because he
and-
was probably scared.
couldn't see.
Yeah.
So, right, Charles? Right, Charlie boy? So, Charlie, we're figuring Dr. Higgins at the Humane Society figures him probably for about 13, 14 years
Okay.
old. In that area.
Yeah.
So, right, Charles? And Charlie got a new blanket yesterday. Right, Charlie? Who got a new blanket? You. Right? So, he gets his wellness check. They take care of him. But he's a good boy. We'd love to see him go somewhere. He's happy here. When you change his linens, he gets pissed off a little
Oh.
bit. But other than that, right, Charlie? You want to say hello? You want to let somebody pet you? Want to pet him?
Yeah, look, Mike, actually, both of these guys
Dan
are
wants to pet him
good.
first.
Good cat people.
Oh yeah.
Dan has a cat at home, so maybe Charlie smells that a little, and Mike
grew up with a
cat.
He's
He's pushing on.
he's a great old boy.
Mother. Aw.
He would have died out there. When we brought him,
Yeah.
when Dr. Higgins at the Humane Society saw him, she goes, Gloria, please don't put him back out. He's going to die if you do. He's not going to make it. He can't find the food.
Yeah.
So we
it's
did-
tough when they start to have the eyesight thing
Oh,
happen,
yeah.
right? Then they
So-
really need to be inside.
So we didn't need another cat, but,
here he is.
well, there he is.
Yeah.
And he's been with us, and you see, he's a little doll boy. And
a
we've had
doll
luck.
boy.
We've had a couple of older cats adopted,
Yeah.
and one didn't hear.
Yeah.
Holly, she was deaf, and the woman that took her, she's great with her. Oh yeah,
Well, I think you're right. I can imagine someone that just wants to stay home and snuggle. This would be the perfect cat for someone that's
Yeah.
just looking for a friend.
all he
And-
wants his food. He lets you know he wants his food in the morning, and that's about it. And you pet him, he's happy with being brushed.
Yeah, he's so fluffy
Yeah.
too. What a good boy.
Yeah, he's a good boy. And you can see he doesn't know you, but he knows that.
Took right to it.
He knows
Yeah.
that he's
Right
getting
to
a
it. He
little
knows
scratch.
he knows he's safe in here.
Yeah.
He knows we're not
Yeah.
going to hurt him. And it took us a month or two for him to just acclimate. But he's a good cat, and I'd love to see him get placed. We've had inquiries. We have a few inquiries going, but we tell him, we let him wait a little bit. We tell him, listen, don't get, there's a lot of cats out there for adoption, but I'm not going to compete with anybody. I'm going to make sure that that cat goes to the good home.
Yeah.
We'll
Someone
hold
that's
him
really
longer.
gonna-
Right.
You know.
Maybe if we're lucky, you put the video out. Maybe somebody will see it and want to
Yeah,
adopt
yeah.
him.
He's so cool, isn't he?
He's so
Yeah.
cool.
I
Charlie,
can't. I
you
have
wanna
5.
come
I'm
home
at my
with
max.
us?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have 5 cats and,
Oh
and
my
a
gosh.
fat dachshund. Watch. She's a rescue from Puerto Rico, actually.
Oh, really?
Dachshund.
Cute.
Yeah, you don't have to lock her. Just pull the door shut. He won't go anywhere, believe me.
He looks
Yeah.
like he
Nah,
wants
he don't want to go
follow us,
anywhere,
so.
right,
You like
Terry?
the
Oh, you
pets.
decided to
Yeah.
eat. Vanessa gave you some
Hi,
churro.
Terry. Oh, nice.
You got some churro now, huh? So now you're happy. Rat cat.
Hi, buddy. Hi, sweet Terry.
Hi. What happened, Sandra? Okay, there's 3 in here. You'll probably only see. Oh no, she's out. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's Annie underneath. But
Oh, underneath there. Oh, I didn't even see
this
her.
this is Brooklyn.
Where's Brooklyn?
When he comes in, just pull that door
yeah,
shut.
yeah, sure.
This is Brooklyn. This is the cat
right
that
up
has the cancer.
Oh.
So we brought Brooklyn in because he was outside with his brother.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, you could pet him. He's very friendly. And we had him looked at, and he had something on his lip. So like I said, it's non-aggressive cancer, but it needs cancer treatment. So we're going to bring him to Blue Pearl because the Humane Society is not equipped to do that
Okay.
for treatment. So we're going to see what we got to do with him, what it's going to cost, and a lot. He's going to be a $1 million cat, one of our $1 million cats, as I call him. But we love him, and he's a sweet little boy. We were thinking to bring his brother in, actually, because the brother's out there, very friendly, but we haven't done that. We got to deal with him right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The brother's outside.
Yeah. Right, Brooks? Huh? You're our boy? We won't let anything happen to you. We were very upset when we found out about him, but
Yeah.
it was comforting to know that we can treat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, big boy, big stretch. Okay. You say hi to everybody? Huh?
So you said you've been doing this since the early 2000s.
Right after the Trade Center.
Yeah. And what made you get interested in did you know about these cats? You were working on Rikers?
Yeah, I worked
Okay.
in I worked at the big jail that we passed coming in. That's GRVC. I worked there for 10 years. That's high maximum male detainees. So there was an officer that used to work there. We had some cats in there, and I was really a dog person, and he was going to retire on medical disability, and he made me swear I would feed the cats.
Okay.
I said, I love cats, but he says, you got to promise me. So it started with these 10 cats over there, and it mushroomed into like something this.
Yeah.
So it just happened. And then with the World Trade, because I was an emergency response officer, so I
Okay.
did Trade Center recovery
Oh, wow.
for like months, and then Staten Island recovery. So after that, I started to concentrate on this because there was such a problem. So, it just, I can't tell, I'm retired 12 years.
Wow.
And I come here like 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but what would happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, we had suggested this, doing these different areas or locations to trap the colonies, but we're still waiting to see. Everything else, it's not a priority.
Yeah.
The animals are not a priority.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Because as you said before we got on mic, I think you mentioned that the trap neuter release doesn't really work when they're then able to go with the expanse that this island is. So you're looking to maybe trap neuter release, but within like a caged off area or a guarded off area, like with fences and things like that, so that they stay in place.
So if they stay in place, if you inevitably, and it's not going to be easy to trap because they're very trap savvy on the island. They're like little inmates. They know. It's a little jail that they're going in, and they go, no, I'm not doing this.
They understand.
They understand, but it is possible with the right group, small group, not a large group, to trap neuter.
Right.
And if you get them and then have them, it's worked in another state. Actually, I didn't find this out on my own. Mike Phillips, who is Feral Cat Initiative, He's a really great guy, and he's the one that suggested it and worked on this plan. He had seen it work in an area that had like 100 cats.
Okay.
Where they caught these cats, they put them in these fenced areas, litter box, feeders, shelters, and basically after a while, if a new cat showed up, you got them trapped. And so then there was no cats.
Right.
You depleted. So here, it's a much larger, thing to do. I mean, it's
Right.
going to be tremendous. I don't even know how successful, but I think it can work if it's done properly.
Yeah.
And if they did that, they would accommodate the cats and not have to worry about selling the island, euthanizing them, capturing them all, bring them to what shelters? The shelters are overcrowded. What
Right.
sanctuaries? Sanctuaries are overcrowded at this
Right.
point. Let's be real. Anybody who does this kind of work or knows that, they know you can get some in. They have problems all over. This is a problem that we sort of got under control.
Right.
The cats are not starving. But you have to trap, I would say you have to trap when you can. You have to do something like at least every 3 to 6 months. It can't like just, I did a trapping, and that's what happened here. We trapped and then we couldn't trap for a while.
Right.
So if you have 2 cats,
They make more.
they make more
That's
cats.
how it works.
They
Right
don't
now-
make one cat. They
Yeah.
make a lot.
Right now, when we came on the island, there's 3 cats that showed up over there. We can't trap them. We've had traps out. We've tried to net them, and we got to get them.
Yeah.
They're over there with the with Frankie,
Yeah.
the coyote, and they're eating, and and we can't get them. So that's
Yeah.
all it takes. How do they get on the island? They walk across the bridge. I don't know that I can believe that.
Yeah.
But it happens. Let's put it this way.
One way or another,
One
the
way or
cats are
another,
coming
it
over.
happens. They're here.
Yeah.
And it's 1 or 2, however they get here, they're here, and they repopulate.
And then they don't want to leave because it's
Where are they going to go?
Where are they gonna go,
They're not going to
exactly.
walk across the bridge again. It's not going to happen. So you have to get them a feeding source. You have to give them water.
right.
But, we try to keep up with it the best we can. But that's basically how I got involved. And it was like the first time I caught a little kitten that was caught in the razor ribbon.
Oh.
And I got him out, and I brought him to a vet in Astoria, Dr. Sackle, great vet. And he said, I'm going to tell you right now, he said, Gloria, this is going to be the drop in the bucket for you.
Oh.
He goes, because you're not going to be able to stop.
Yeah.
And he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
So I went from the dog person who liked cats to like, the
cat
cat
queen.
lady,
Yeah.
the cat lady. I can't even tell you the amount of names the officers and the inmates used to say, but it's amazing though with the inmates. When I was in the jail, they would be like, did you feed the cats today? They'd be by the window.
Oh, that's nice.
And some of them used to try to push stuff through the window.
Yeah, to help the
So you go, we tried to implement a program with them.
Right.
But it's because of health reasons and medical reasons. If they get scratched, they sue. So
There's a
we couldn't do it.
liability
There's
with
a
the
liability,
city
and they didn't
to
want to get
be-
into. I said they could just sign something, a
Right.
waiver.
Right.
But it was just too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
said,
can understand that.
Okay.
However, I'm like, that
I'm the
sounds
same way.
amazing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're here to rehab the cats. We're here to rehab the people in Rikers. Let's join forces, like make it all work. But
you make it all work, but I guess because of staffing, because of different
Yeah.
issues now, it becomes something else. But in those years, which were a different thing, I mean,
Right.
you would say this biggest guy holding this little kitten and his whole personality
Oh yeah.
changed into something else.
Yeah.
I mean, look, recidivism in the jail system is just a fact.
Yeah.
But I always used to say, out of that 200, there's 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? It can happen.
yeah, and
And-
something like this, I mean, you said you're a dog person and the cats got to you. Obviously, that's a very different thing than being in jail
Totally.
and the cats sort of softening
Yeah.
with you. But it is being around a nice creature that
It is nice.
shows you love and you show them love. That's a good thing to practice.
And it's a release valve and stress for the in general environment anyway. So even the people working there
Yes.
can benefit from the fact that
I
people
think
are
they
just less
did.
stress.
A lot of people did. I mean, and there was a lot of publicity when we first started it and donations, but then like everything else, everything dies out.
Yeah.
That happens. So, we try to continue it the best we can. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. He's got that perch up there.
I love this cat.
Yeah.
We're going to do, I tell you, when she told me the news on him, I was not happy about that.
Yeah.
It must be a blessing to be around all these animals, but also difficult with when things are happening with their health.
Yeah, it is.
And you have to see it all. I'm curious, that first kitten that you pulled out of the razor wire.
Oh, the white one.
What ended up happening with that one? Did it go to a family?
It got adopted,
or?
yes, because
Good.
it was beautiful. It was a white
Yeah.
kitten with blue eyes. It was like part Siamese.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it was a
cute,
beautiful kitten.
yeah.
I mean, it was a baby. It was probably, I didn't know anything age at that time, but I would say probably about 6-7 weeks old.
oh,
my
wow.
gosh.
And luckily, it was only his paw that was caught. It was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, why me? Why do I have?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I have to tell you, I look around all the time. I'm like, obsessed with this.
Yeah.
Because I always think I'm going to see something. So I'm like,
Yeah.
In fact, I found a parrot in the street by the bridge.
A parrot.
know
Parrot
what
is
that
the
is.
smallest of the parrot family.
Oh.
I didn't know this, but
Yeah.
I just saw a colorful little bird that didn't belong there.
Yeah.
So I got a box and I got him. So it was a parrot. So
There you
guess
go.
where the parrot is living?
Is he with you at your house?
Yeah, yes, me, the five cats and the fat dachshund. This is Sandra. She just came in to us. She's a sweetie girl.
Oh.
She's a lap cat, but she's very shy.
Yeah.
She just got here, so she's a cuddle cat. She's a lap cat.
Hi, buddy.
But we took her in because she just had to come in. Let's put it that way. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna be able. Once she gets over everything, she's gonna be okay. Once we get her
Yeah.
settled, she's got a good personality. She's tiny.
Yes, she's got a cute little face.
She's a dog. She's a small, diminutive cat. So we will definitely find a spot for her. So
Yeah.
she's still getting used to us. Like she just got here yesterday, but she's on special diet because she has like a urinary tract thing going on.
Yeah.
So she can't get treats. We try to give everybody treats at the end
Yeah.
of the day. It's like, oh my God,
That's cute.
this is like a drama with the treats.
Yeah. But I saw that, no treats.
Oh yeah, but you can't
yeah,
get treats,
not yet.
unfortunately.
Sorry, Sandra.
So this is room 7 and 8. This is Sylvester. Okay, Bonkers, take it easy.
Oh,
I'll tell you why.
Bonkers.
So this is, where's Sweet? Oh, Sweetie's on, oh no, not Sweetie.
ADHD. He gets overstimulated.
That's Honey,
Hi,
that's under
Honey.
there. This is Sylvester.
Hi, Sylvester.
Sylvester was brought in, he was very sick. We brought him in about a year ago. He was just, we don't know what was wrong with him,
Yeah.
but he was, Vanessa, don't let me forget there's ants all over here. I got a spray.
That's fine.
Oh, that's Bonkers. Honey is under there. Honey is a great cat. She's FIV, and she's thin. So we watch her. We make sure she eats a lot. And Sylvester's her pal.
Aw.
They just bonded
Yeah.
in here, which
That's
was good.
so nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So
'cause
if they ever got adopted out, would you insist that they go together
they would
now
have
that they're
to, yeah.
bonded?
I would think so. What do you think, Vanessa?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very bonded. They'll go.
Yeah.
They'll go in one bed, they're cuddle, and they're not litter mates, they're not connected, they're not the same colony.
Yeah.
They have that same calming personality.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Right, Syl?
See, like this door can stay open and they won't come out.
Right,
That
Sylvester?
one, different story.
He's not pettable.
Not really, no.
Yeah, he didn't
he's
seem like
still
he
scared,
wanted-
but I think there could
I
be
feel
a
like in time, if you had one owner, then
if he,
yes.
yeah, I agree with
He's
you,
one of those
Vanessa.
cats, yeah.
I think that he could be. It's just a matter of right now. He's safe. I mean, he was near death when he was emaciated, and we took him in from his colony, right where you set up that camera, actually. And we took him in. He had a brother, but the brother died before we could get to him. So he's in here. He's been in here, and he'll stay here. But I think inevitably, I don't know. She's high maintenance, like I said. But if she eats and people understand about her, she's fine.
Yeah.
FIV cats are the same as regular cats. It just has to be seen more often by a vet, like yearly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
So their
make sure that
lifespan
they're
is a bit
still
shorter,
healthy
yeah.
and.
So this is Bonkers. Bonkers has had a roommate, Cruella,
Okay.
Saw
and
her face, you'd understand.
the
She has a
names
mean
will
face.
tell you. The names will tell you a little bit about him. Bonkers, what he does is like you pet him. He's not crazy about men. He's gotten better because of Barry.
Okay.
But all of a sudden you'll go to leave and he'll latch on, or he'll lose his mind.
Right, because he gets overstimulated easily.
Exactly. But he's okay, but right away it's like pet me, you better stop.
Yeah.
Cruella, who I have home now, she developed an inner ear infection.
Oh.
And she was like this and falling over. Now I have her home about 2 months now. At least 2 months.
Wow.
So she's starting to tilt upward, and we'll put her back. She was another one, pet me,
And then go for you.
go for you. And a little tiny, diminutive, adorable cat.
Yeah.
I mean, the cutest thing in the world. You wouldn't even believe, right, Bonks? You can come in with Bonks. We got to shut the door because he'll look to escape.
He'll run out.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Bonkers.
Okay.
Bonks.
Hey, Bonkers.
Oh no, you'll think he's fine. You'll be able to pet him. It takes him a while to get pissed off. He doesn't. Say
We
hi.
have a good friend that has a cat named Budgie who's similar. He loves to be pet until he doesn't, and then he
yeah.
scratches
And he'll
you.
let you know,
Yeah.
That's how it is with him.
Right, Bonks.
Hey, Bonkers.
So Bonks had Cruella, and we put them to the side because he tends to be aggressive with the other cats.
Okay.
So, you know, and he's a good-sized cat, so I don't need that cat fight.
Yeah.
I have enough with Samson over there that,
Yeah.
Him and her get along.
but they get along because they're both evil.
Yeah.
They have the evil gene, right? But to look at him, I tell you the truth, this is a great pet for somebody.
Yeah.
He's a good boy if you know
If you're an experienced cat owner.
experienced
You're
cat
ready
owner.
First
for
time
that.
cat owner.
Yeah.
First time cat
You
owner.
know, and Vanessa spends a lot of time with them, you know, and she intermingles, so she's got their personality pretty down
My
pat.
cat's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cat's exactly like that.
Do you have one cat at home?
I have two.
Two.
Yeah.
And maybe more are coming
I
as
wish.
you work.
Oh, they allowed it in my house. It would be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So she's an escapee too. She will pull the door open on you.
Okay.
And when she's out there, it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's like almost impossible. If I pick her up, all you hear is like, "Ah!" He's
Yeah.
screaming the whole time trying to get me.
See, she requests pets. She
Yeah.
wants pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The only thing that works with her to get her back in here is pushing her in with the broom as she freaks out
As
the whole
she's
time.
freaking out.
Right,
Loves food, though.
Bonkies?
She's definitely food
Oh,
motivated.
she likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said there was cats to feed outside, did you mention?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we go do that?
Yeah, let's go do that now.
Yeah.
So you met the Bonkers.
And Vanessa, how long have you been
Oh.
coming out here? And
For almost 2 years, I think.
You might want to
Wow.
get a shot of
what got you?
this, one of our regulars.
I feed
involved?
cats outside anyways.
Okay.
I have my own colonies. And then one day I was following them and I was like, I didn't know Rikers had cats.
Yeah.
And then I think Barry at the time had posted that they needed volunteers, and I called him and spoke to him, and he said if I wanted to come, and I said yeah.
Great.
And then that's
And the
basically
rest is history.
Yep.
2 years in, and you know all the cats, and
Love it.
oh, that's awesome.
Nobody's out. Bastards are underneath there. So we have a feeder here.
Yeah.
Wet food, dry food, water on the side.
Oh, they
This
ate
is
the
a
treats.
shed. I don't know if you're interested.
They ate the treats. I put out treats for them. They ate all of it.
They
Nice.
ate all of it, right? Put
These
some
cats
treats
eat a
down.
lot. This particular group eats a lot.
Yeah.
And then she has that inside.
So we've put these structures up for them for the winter. Luckily, we didn't have a bad winter, but you could see. I'm going to let you see.
Yeah, this winter hasn't been that bad. The last one with the snowstorm was
I'll let you
bad.
see
Oh wow.
what we do,
Yeah.
so that if
See, look,
it's,
there he goes. There's one inside.
if it's inclement, oh, one's in there. Oh,
Yep.
there
Oh,
she
yeah.
goes. Whoop, down. So this is their little habitat.
Is there a little door they can get in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
outside or
have two
something?
doors.
There's one on
through
this
there,
side,
on the
okay.
bottom.
and there's one in the back.
So they know that they can go in there if
Yeah,
they need
see?
to, if they're cold or something.
Right over here.
Very cool.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
an entrance here, and then there's another one on the other side.
Oh, and there's
Trap
one of the
doors.
little guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So they can go in and out.
They also
That's
have shelters under these under the trailers.
But they seem
There's
to
a
like
little
under
guy
the
over
trailers.
there.
Why? Who the hell knows? I don't know why.
As tight as possible. Most control.
So when it's raining or snowing, the cats, they just know. I mean,
They
I guess
yeah,
they're
they
out here,
hibernate.
They know what's up, so they just go into the shelter. That's great.
That is, yeah.
As you see, the island's very windy, so we have to battle down the hatches here.
Right.
because
Yeah, yeah.
Shit blows open and it's crazy.
Right.
So there actually is 30 to 40 cats in this area.
Wow.
This area alone.
But at this time now, you're at noon, it's sunny,
And
but
they just
they
ate.
know you're here. So
Yeah.
they're sort of like,
And do you think that there are 30 to 40 here because you're here? Like, has it slowly accumulated at this point, or was this a hot spot when you started?
This was a hot spot, but I think we've had others that have ventured over here because this is the feeding spot. They get wet food daily.
Yeah.
Here, we're on the island, they don't. They get wet food once a week,
Okay.
if we're lucky. And in
Yeah.
the summer, not, because of bugs.
Yeah.
It turns into maggots really
it's
fast.
just
Really
gross.
fast.
Oh, there's one
There's a
who's over
couple
there?
sunning
Red's
down
over there.
There's Jabberjaw.
Oh, look at one putting his head. Oh, Jabba's putting her head out. Jabba, we call her Jabba Jaw because her jaw got broke somewhere along the line.
Oh.
And I mean, it's never going to heal, but it perfectly. But it healed to the point where she can eat.
Yeah.
Swirly, hi babe.
Swirly.
We're thinking of doing a catio over there, trying to convince
Yeah.
Barry because they'll love it. But
Yeah.
so as you see, we make shelters and put them on the island. But this basically is where Jabba, don't go. Well,
See,
okay.
another feeding spots right here,
Yeah.
and the dry food is in there also.
Nice.
you got we
Yeah,
just
there's somebody over there.
we just re-released her. She was very ill.
Oh.
We brought her in. She was seen by the Humane Society. We had her inside, what, 2 weeks?
About
2,
2
3
weeks, 2, 3 weeks, yeah.
And kept her, got her healthy, boom, back out again.
Amazing.
She's good. I'm not going to move near her so he can get a shot of her.
Oh yeah, no, Gloria goes back and forth to the vet for them. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
We have one here in the corner. You might want to. She's a beautiful tawny. We really didn't think she was going to make it. I tell you, we're lucky. That
It's like
she
a
did.
little paintball village, but for cats.
Yeah.
You know, like all these hidden spots. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So this is the cat cafe?
Because there's another one over there, and then one by over there.
Amazing.
So yeah, they built this. So this is where we put their dry food and wet food in there.
Nice.
And they go in, and there's a shelter in there too.
Yeah.
One of the volunteers will come. The guys that work here, and they'll actually bring the water for us, so that we have it. So we try to refresh the water as often as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need to come back. There's no dry food. And the birds are getting in. Loves that.
Oh yeah, look at all the bird
Oh.
poop.
Yeah, the birds coming in too.
No food.
No, they need dry food. I don't think John's on the island.
Okay, so we'll be back here.
We'll be back
Anything
here.
underneath?
No.
All right, we'll have to come back over. See, so the birds get in. We try to make them
Yeah.
bird proof. Basically they are, but seagulls are amazing. They'll find a way.
They know what they're doing.
So
yeah.
we'll refill. Before we leave today, it'll be a stop for us to refill
Yeah.
Yes.
and get everything together. And that's basically what they construct.
Yeah.
They're
So they're
cute.
good.
I love the look of them too. Like
Yeah.
it's a nice.
Yeah.
There's nicer ones around the island. Yeah. Some of them are very rustic. Some of them are very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun. I like them. Little cat condos.
Very. Yeah. And they're protected from the elements. So even if it rains or snows, the food
Yeah.
does not get damaged.
Yeah.
So that's great.
And they use them, as you
Amazing.
see. The straw is an indication they're in there.
Right.
What
Right,
we usually
right.
we fix it up a little bit so we know when
Yeah.
they're going in.
Yeah.
This is a real landmine over here, so be careful where you're walking.
Okay.
Okay.
There's nothing worse than being in a car with poop on your shoes.
And we know about that.
We know about that.
We know about that.
I would think so.
Nope, they all went in. They're in.
Cute. They're in.
They're in. They heard us.
Yeah, they're smart.
So basically,
Yeah, we definitely
around the
need dry.
island, this is what we have. Those, some a little bigger.
Oh, there's
they
some
have
right
food.
here.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's
good.
just across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know we got to do some waters later. We got a little bit of work to do. So these guys actually go underneath. There's an opening. They go underneath in the pavement. They go under the building, and they're
Yeah.
underneath.
Yeah.
It's a big thing here. I think a lot of the cats that don't have the shelters are able to find warmth because all these buildings, if some of them are not operational right now, the heat is still going.
Right.
So they go under the, with the foundation, let's put
Right.
it that way, and they're able to survive.
They find their own shelter.
They find their own
Yeah, yeah.
shelter,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
most of them do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the whole. Okay, we'll go back
Awesome.
over, retrieve
Yeah, let's
your
go back
camera.
and see,
Yeah.
see
The
if the
camera.
camera's
If you
still
got
there.
anything.
How'd we do on the food? Did it all go?
It's all gone.
Oh,
So you're going to have some sort of...
we're gonna get some type of footage here.
It looks like it's still on, right? It
Yeah, no, the whole thing went through.
Every once in a while, those cameras just shut off on their own, so I was a little nervous, but we got it. We got a good day.
We got an hour and 45 minutes. We'll see how much actual eating time there is.
Well, they ate almost everything.
Great.
Let's see.
Nice.
So the last thing would be like if people are interested either in helping or if they're interested in donating or if they maybe want to adopt, like what would be the best way to contact you guys?
To go on Instagram, we have the Rikers Island Cat Rescue,
Yeah.
the website or just the Instagram page.
Yeah.
And it has all the information there from adoption to the Amazon wish list to the PayPal to everything.
Yeah.
That would be
And
the best
Chewy
thing.
was...
And
We now have
now
Chewy
we
now.
just recently added Chewy in the
is
past
big
couple of
help.
days. Yes.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And are you open to having people come in and
Oh,
volunteer?
absolutely. We
Maybe
would love
like,
that.
Even if they only have one day, but they can give a whole day, or do you
They
like
can-
to have someone that's
Right, they don't
like,
even have to come
wants
clean. They
get
can just come play with the
involved?
cats.
Yeah.
They could
Good
just
to
come play with the
know.
cats, yeah.
Socialize them and whatnot.
Socialize. We can arrange that. It's like I have to know ahead of time because
course.
it's still a prison. It's still security.
Yeah.
So the environmental assistant commissioner is very, very good with, you know, if I let her know and we have somebody here.
Yeah.
That's just my phone.
No, you have a
Please-
phone that's a
please
dog
ignore,
barking? That blows my mind. I can't believe it.
Yeah, the dog still there. Won't leave. But she's been pretty good with, you know, that because it'd be hard to have someone like we have to be here, in other
Yeah.
words, or if someone comes, if they work here, it's great because they already have the clearance.
Yeah.
But if they don't, then we would take the volunteers.
Yeah.
We would coordinate it. Like,
Yeah.
look at Vanessa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, she
Yeah.
does this out of the goodness of her heart.
Yeah.
And we meet on the weekend, and I have another lady, Mary, that comes. She doesn't drive, and so I bring her in.
Yeah.
Because it cuts our time in half.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but if someone look, the volunteers is always a blessing to us.
Yeah.
And the adoptions, we welcome. We don't want to keep these cats here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
life is not bad, but we don't want to keep them here.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they have a great life here, but it's better in a home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're better in a home, yeah.
And there's always more. It
There's
seems
always
like
more.
there's always going to be more.
Yeah, because
coming
once we
in,
adopt them
so-
out, we make space for more.
Yeah.
So.
We
Yeah.
do. We always make space, and we have multiple. You see in some of the rooms, and we judge their personalities. Like Charlie, we don't want anybody to bother him, and
Yeah.
bonkers is bonkers. So we can't put too many cats. We have his match in with him, but we sort of have to judge them. But we've seen, like we've had. Remember the older cat Holly?
Yes.
I don't know if you remember. She went, the one that's deaf. She went into a home and she's thriving. And we had another one midnight. Used to be in Charlie's spot. It was an older cat. A lovely guy adopted him. It's
Yes.
just him and the cat.
Yeah.
And he sends me photos of him, and the cat on the couch with him. And you would never think. I mean, she was a little particular, but a whole different. The personality just
Yeah.
changes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because it's got a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody? Well, maybe not everybody wants a person, but most normal people
Yeah.
like to have companionship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
nice
Person.
to have that
Yeah.
bond.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
why is an animal any different?
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Absolutely.
I mean, you do run across the recluse
Yeah.
once in a while. We do have Howard users here
Yeah.
on this island, but
There's a reason why cats and dogs and humans have been together for many thousands of years.
Yeah.
Because
Don't
they
you
like
think?
each other's company.
they
do.
like each other's company. So I have to say,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all the cats that are out for adoption in the world right now, and there's a ton of them, we have been extremely lucky. Maybe it's because they're from Rikers Island.
Yeah.
And people sort of, believe it or not, think it's a novelty.
Yeah.
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 It's interesting. It's
I
definitely
guess
an
it is.
interesting.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
is,
where did
yeah.
your cat come from? Rikers Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the streets of Brooklyn, Rikers Island.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's right. Yeah.
Maybe it means something. To me, it's just like, look, it's like I said with the adoptions. We don't push it. We give the personality of the cat. We don't try to cover anything. You're getting, this is what you get. But if someone gets a cat prior to us being able to accommodate them, that's swell too.
Yeah.
It's a cat that got a home.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, because unfortunately, in I'm going to say more the cat world and the dog world, people get a little strange, and they don't want to share, and they don't do things. But we don't believe in that.
Yeah.
You know, we believe that you have to. When we get an abundance of dry food from Office of Emergency Management, we try to give to the community or to shelters or people that can't afford that are feeding.
That's great.
We do that. We try to do it. This year we're going to try to do it again.
Yeah.
We got dry food. We're very good on. Still canned food. That's our problem.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, this is awesome. Thank you again so much for letting us on to check out the space. And
Yeah.
hopefully, too, you know, we're doing this art project based on our walks, and all the money that is raised by purchases of those arts projects, that's going to go right to you guys.
That's
So
it's
Oh,
great.
thank you.
I'm excited to
We
share it.
appreciate it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And believe me, that'll all go to.
More cats? Save
The
more
cats.
cats. Save
Yeah,
more
no,
cats.
I mean,
Go
this
save
is
the cats.
this is
Yeah.
obviously a very heartfelt and authentic thing that you're doing
I
here.
want to
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, so like, I mean, it feels better than, you know, giving it to something where you don't know where it's going, and maybe 80% of it's going to administrative costs and whatnot. Like, everything here is going right to the cause.
No administrative costs, no car costs, nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Nothing.
all for them, whatever it is, and we're right up front with that. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Neither would I.
Amazing.
Well,
Well, thank you
This
both so
this is
much.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys came. Believe me.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Go in the water.